here, guys. Not too horrible, but just one, I guess. But anyway, we're going to get restarted on our necklace here pretty soon. Oh, I know something I didn't find. I'm going to go see if I can find me a bronze bail really fast. I should be back in just a moment. Okie dokie, now I have my bronze bell I needed, so that's good. Oops, what I do here? There we go. Come on, bring it up. Sorry, folks, trying to bring the chat up on my, that's not what I want to do. Trying to bring my chat up on my, my other device here so that I can see what you guys are saying to me. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Donna. Come on, this is your sole purpose here is to read the chat for me. Why is that crud over there? I don't want that on there. Huh. Weird. I have all kinds of stuff on the side here, but not the chat, which is what I want over here. Well, that sucks. Anyway, we're gonna finish up hopefully our necklace today. I also have a whole bunch of stuff sitting on my desk because I got one of my orders from Sam's, and I did a small order from Softflex's live sale. So those are sitting on my desk. We'll set those aside because we won't be needing those unless we want to look at them later if we get finished in time. I'm not sure we will. So we'll worry about something else now. I keep my tablet up above here so I can watch the chat, and it's not got the chat on for some reason, which is irritating the crud out of me because that's what I keep it here for, is to do that. But it's being difficult for some reason. So anyway, we have our necklace. I still haven't decided how long I want to make these strands. I may be just about done because we are going to put some chain up the back. I have found the chain I'm going to use, and I'm going to double that strand up so that it feels thicker, because I would like a heavier chain, but this is what I have. So hey, baby. Well, now you're not making any sense here, my little one. Why are you not? Okay. Whatever. Anyway, so I'll just have to watch it on my phone like I used to always do. Hi, Anita, before I started putting my tablet up here, because for some reason it just does not want to bring the chat up, which is seriously irritating me, of course, but you know, it is what it is. But anyway, hey, Marika, let's turn down, get our pieces out of the bag, and we'll get started with our necklace. I may finish the bottom strand up first because we're going to put the bail in the middle of it for our dragonfly. Ta-da! See him right there? Is he in focus? There we go. We glued him to one of these little green glass donuts. So he is going to be our focal, of course. So that'll be fun. Anyway, so we've got about 7 people on according to my counter so far. So I think, hi, Gloria. We will turn down and we will see what we can do with this necklace. So here we go. We're going to turn now, guys. Told you to turn. Boy, it's just being uncooperative today. Everything is. So anyway, oh, why is here? There's something in the corner here. Good enough. So we've got I've got my bag with all of our stuff from yesterday in it here. So we'll put that out. And we have, let's see, here is our carnelian strand. And this is our spacers. Our rings that go on either side. And our beads right here. So I think I'm going to put a few more of the just a few more garnets on. Then I'm going to put the bail on, and then we'll do up the other side the same, and we'll see the bail. We'll see what we're going to do as far as now. I've put another little knot in our bead strands so that they would not be dumping beads everywhere when they were in the bag. So I'm going to have to, I don't think I tied it very tight, but we'll see if I can get it off easily. Well, maybe I'll have to cut it. It looks like I have it tighter than I thought, but that's all right. Well, maybe not. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, I'll just cut it. And there goes the garnets everywhere. But since we need plenty of them, that's fine. So how's everybody's day going so far? Boy, I'm beginning to think I need to turn my tablet off and return it on to see if maybe I can get this to behave, since it's behaving very poorly today. It's funny because a lot of times when I start this, then the stuff that's on the side goes away, and it hasn't done so today, so it's irritating the crud out of me. But that's the way it goes. So put a couple more garnets on this side. So we have about half of what it would be. And then we're going to put our bail on. Now it's obviously a lot wider. So we're going to have to put something in there to keep it from rolling around too horribly much. And I think just some clear seed beads or something like that would be best. So let's see if I can find my tube of clear seed beads easily. Well, these are a little bit of a purpley color, but they're going to be underneath, so it's not going to be that big a deal. In you go. Still need a few more. Okay. Actually, I could probably do without this last one, so I will. Now we'll start putting some more garnets on, so they're like this. And then I could reverse this, but I'm not going to, this pattern, but I'm not going to, because we don't want to mess up the pattern with the other two. So when we get to this point, we'll of course put one of the green ones in. So I figure I will finish this garnet strand up first, since this is obviously the middle, and then we'll decide from there how long to make the other two, because this one is going to be static. It's going to stay this way unless we add some to the other side, so which we could do. Okay. I think that actually may be one too many on this side, so we'll take this one back out. Hey, Jesse. Hey, Heather. The gemstone focals that I got from India, no, I have not. Actually, I got some more. Here, sit. Remember when I showed you them and I said I noticed they had a sale going again, so I was going to so I ordered some more. They came yesterday, and what I got was another moonstone, though this one is rainbow moonstone. See how the pretty shimmer there on it? So pretty. I like this one. I really like this one. Now, like I was saying, the biggest drawback of ordering these is that you just choose the stone and they choose everything else for you. So It will to a degree, but it won't pop up and down as much, Gloria, when you put the seed beads underneath there. And then this was a free one. I believe it's Amazonite from the looks of it. I'll have to see if I can find the name again. You don't get to choose the shape or anything like that. They're all silver around the edges. You just choose the stone and then they grab one for you. This one is Larimar. And then I have a rutile quartz. Come here, baby. Isn't this one gorgeous? Look at all those rutiles in there. It's so pretty. And then I'm not sure how you pronounce this, Charot, but it's really, really pretty purples. I really like that one. So anyway, those are my new ones that I got. Those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. And I had 4 before. This one was actually a free one. Now I got these on sale, but this one's the excuse me, the Larimar and the Charot's usual price before the sale price was $26.63, and the this one and the Moonstone and the Rutile Quartz regular price was $16.63, and the Amazonite's regular price is $13.30. So really, really good sale, because I think the most expensive one was, well, these two were 7 something a piece, the Larimar and the Charot. But the other ones were like $4 or $5. So they really, really good price. Let's see, I had that name wrote down somewhere. It's a sort of an odd name because it's from India. There it is. I don't know if you can. So yeah, that quartz is gorgeous, isn't it, Jesse? So that is the title of the company. You might want to see if they're on Etsy. I'm going to leave this for a few seconds if anybody wants to write that down quickly, because you can't just, it's sort of a, like I said, it's an interesting title there. So, but you want to watch for their sales, because they have, so you have to, they have really good sales when they have a sale, but if they're not always on sale. So you need to watch and see if they have a sale and go for it really quick then, so that you can manage to get one. But I really really like those pendants. I haven't made anything with them yet, but they're so stunning. But you, as I said, you don't get to choose the stones they give you, or the shape they give you. You just choose the stone and then they choose the shape. I don't know if they just like have them all in a bin and just reach in and grab one when they get your order, or how it works, but they are really, really pretty. I certainly haven't been disappointed with any of the, like, well, how many have I got now? 9. And I'm really, really pleased with them. So but anyway, the seed beads underneath here, they're for 2 reasons. Number 1, it keeps the bell from flopping all over the place. And number 2, it keeps the other beads, if they're smaller, from sliding into the bell, so that they're sort of missing in action kind of thing. So, and some of these garnets are small, so I was worried they might go inside, but this is the green one because we have the carnelian on that side. Let's see how that is, how long that is from. So that's going to be 14 inches once we finish this. And of course, we're going to then hang it onto a ring. So we can either make it longer than that, or by adding some to the other side after we decide on the length for sure, or we can just call it good when we get to that point. Where's your hole? There we go. Whoa, come here, you. This is being a very stubborn little garnet. It doesn't want to go on the strand. There we go. Okay. Actually, that's probably more carnelian than I need. I only have 2 over here, so probably only need 2 or 3, but so we're 1, 2. Now, I've called these beads a PR pack, and somebody asked me the other day, what's a PR pack? Is that something we can buy? No, it's not. These are things that Randy sends to me occasionally and asks me to make something with them to show you guys various things that you can do with some of the beads that are on and pieces that are on her website, thunderhorsedescendant.biz, and can't find the hole. And this is so people can have some idea of how you can use the beads in various ways, and so you can purchase these beads, but you won't get them in a package like I did. You would have to purchase everything individually. So they all are on her website. If she has any left, of course. If they've sold out, then they won't be there anymore. But I know the dragonflies are there. I know the green donuts are there because I saw them both this morning. I'm pretty sure the green adventurine is still there. I didn't look for the carnelian or the garnet, so I don't know. I just saw the others when I was looking for something else. So I did send out all of the winning prizes yesterday for let's see who got. We have the hearts for Mary and for from the members prizes for when we hit 25. We have the heart for Mary, the heart for Sid, and the mug for Jennifer, since Jennifer won the mug. I just want a really skinny one. I don't think I have one. Well, maybe this one. And those went out yesterday. Now, if the post office behaves and is true to when it's supposed to be there, everybody should have, that one should have their prizes on Thursday. And for those of you who wanted a mug, I did get notice that my order of the mugs from Vistaprint has shipped. So I should be getting those relatively soon, and so I can let folks know when they get here so that we can I can send an invoice, or I can put them on Etsy. We'll decide how we want to do that. And I did, when I shipped Randy's yesterday, it did pop over to priority mail and cost $11. But now she had an extra thing in her box other than just the mug. So when I mailed Jennifer's, hers was $10. So I'll of course let everybody know what the final price is going to be when I get things, and then you can let me know if you still want one. And if you do, then I'll get an invoice out to you for them so we can get them shipped off to you. But and I'm sorry I'm not paying attention to you. Oh, thanks, Deborah. Yes, do like me. I appreciate that. Hey, Cynthia. I was a few minutes late today, too, so no big deal. Hey, Cindy. So I think we need one or two more, then we'll get to put the carnelian on. Maybe this small one. I find it easier if I can pick up things from the mat, but sometimes your beading wire gets hooked up in the felts and it makes it flip things. I think I'm going to have to add a little more thread here. I think we are going to make this row longer, though. It looks too, it doesn't look as long as I'm going to want it. And we're at just one more loop here, so. Go away. Go away. I'm really very irritated that I cannot get my chat up on my phone here. It's driving me sort of nuts, but that's the way it goes. There it comes. About time. Do we have any requests for Bernie's? Oh dear, that's a good question. I always love carnelian and turquoise and Botswana agate and the charlotte, and amethyst. But let's face it, a lot of those beads are really expensive, so I have to watch it. But come on, let's move. Why are you not moving here? What's sticking you up here? There we go. So we'll have to see what we decide to do, what I want, but come here. How about everybody else? What are your favorite stones? I love gemstones. If I go for glass, I love crystals and such, but when it comes right down to brass tacks, my favorites are the gemstones, of course. So what is everybody else's favorite? I know Heather just said she likes the charlotte. Come on, baby. Where's your holes? Winter's doing a bit of a spaz out. I can hear her running up and down the hallway. Okay, I think we probably have our inch there. So I'm fairly positive it's Winter because Lily and Winter are the only two with bells on, and I can hear a bell ringing. And I'm pretty sure Lily's still asleep on my bed. So I'm not thinking it's her. Finnegan and Rory do not have collars on, so they don't have bells on. And people are probably going to say, why don't they have collars? They should all have collars. And this is true. I wish I could keep collars on the other two, but Rory is still pretty much feral, even though he's lived in our household for, I don't know, 9 years now, something like that. But he still doesn't not want anybody touching him or anything. He's perfectly happy if you leave him alone on his corner of the couch. So I know it's not him, and I know it's not Finnegan because Finnegan is my little escape artist. And you put a collar on him, put him in a cage, anything like that, and he'll be out of the cage or have the collar off within 24 hours. Generally a lot less time than that, actually. So he doesn't try to go outside, thankfully, because like I said, he's a little escape artist. He could get outside if he wanted to, probably. But he doesn't like collars. We learned that right off the bat. We got him collars when we first got him, when he was little. And nope, no dice. He would have them off in no time. And I've tried all kinds of different kinds of collars, and nope, he manages to get them off. And I frequently look at him, go, how did you get that off? It's not the snap collars aren't unsnapped. I didn't have them way loose. I mean, loose enough, obviously, so they don't choke them. But the collar wasn't really loose. The snaps aren't snapped when they have the snap off style. I just have no clue how he manages to get them off, but he does. Sometimes your beads go flying. Yeah, mine do too. Yeah, so am I, Gloria, because I bought like $100 of stuff from Sam's because they had some Botswana agate, and I do love Botswana agate, and I couldn't resist. So and I just sent up the payment and the application and payment for one of my Celtic festivals, which is a real expensive one to do, but that's all right. It's one of my better the ones I do better at. So, but it's also one that's out of town, so then I have to pay for hotels and all that wonderful fun stuff. So it adds up after a while. Perfect. I thought I was over, but I wasn't. So I'm gonna come on, you. Okay. See, I need to cut the wire and get this other side about the same length. And this is almost 18, so it could almost make a really nice necklace all on its own. So I'm going to cut the wire, get this other side going for this side, and then we'll get the green out. We're going to want to make it at least one turn less so that it has the has a little bit of drape, but not a whole bunch. And I just knocked my bead stopper onto the floor because this is all twisted up in here for some reason. But that's all right. Okay, let's get about there. I love watching the kitties when they go all spastic like that. Lily and Winter are about the only two that do. Finn every once in a while. Rory doesn't. Rory is Rory. So this little one has to come off here, and we'll put a carnelian over here now. And I think we need at least one more turn of, one more turn of garnets, and then the green adventuring there. And this length is going to be finished, I think. I could then hook it to the rings if I wanted to. I'm sort of debating that because I'm not, well, yeah, I think I may just hook this one to the rings so we can set it aside. You're being very difficult, Chips. I can't find your hole. There we go. Oop. But it seems I always seem to like the more expensive beads, but no, that's the way it goes. Oh, Egyptian crystal, yeah. Oh, and of course, moonstone. I love moonstone too. But again, that's one of those beads that you're going, ooh, that's bendy. Um, but you know. And quartz. I like both the really clear quartz and the rutile quartz. I think those are gorgeous too. So I like a lot of different gemstones, bronzite, petersite, that kind of thing. But yeah. I think one more of the rounded ones, if I can find one. Maybe this one. Here, little guy, you can come on next. Come on. There we go. So, yeah, I ran out of spacers. Oop. So now this strand looks too short. See, it's shorter on this side than the other side by quite a few beads, actually. I must have made my pieces a little bigger here, but I thought not, but maybe I did. So we're just going to have to pull this one off and put some more beads in there. Let's see, when did it start going off? It was good till right here, then it lost a little bit here. I don't want to go back and have to add a whole bunch. I could go back to here and add a few though, just so we don't go off so much here. But like I say, this is where it seems to have first started And that's the problem with the chips. There's a lily here. Is that we don't always have the same lengths going there. So we'll get another bead or two here. Right here. That'll bring some of it back up. Oops, come here, you. Now I know I saw your hole. Where'd it go? There we go. Now let's see if we're closer to there. We are. In fact, we're just about perfect, so we'll put this back on. Now with the consistent beads, of course, we won't have this problem as much. Well, because we have the garnets in the middle, might have a little bit, but it won't be like this with them going off quite a bit. So they're quite a bit closer now. So get some of these beads back on. Come on, you guys. Oh, come on. You were all on there a minute ago, so why are you being difficult? How can you make a choice? That's a darn good question, Jessie. Oh, you got your schedule, your surgery on your shoulder scheduled, Cindy? That's cool. Hopefully that'll get it fixed for you. I know it's been bothering you quite a bit. Oop. You know, Jessie, I used to not like Mookaite either, but you depending on how I mix it up with other stuff, it actually is a good accent stone if you want to use it with other things. It looks good with like bronzite and petersite and those browner stones. And it's a good contrast, just like turquoise, because it's a brown. So then when it goes with the light blue, it's pretty. So yeah, I'm not overly fond of it by itself, but when you put it with other things, it can be really nice. Let's see how we're doing here. I think we're there. It's a good thing I didn't cut this any shorter because it's getting short right now here. But I can always roll it over because I have quite a bit over here on this side. But I think we're pretty good right here. Well, I thought we were, but we're still a tiny bit shy, aren't we there? Not a lot, but a little bit. I think we're good though. I think I think we're good right there. So we can roll this a little bit so that it gives us a little more line on this side over here. So there is our bottom strand of the garnet with the two colors combined with it. And we're going to hook our dragonfly right on here, like so. Oh, that's what's doing it. It's a shadow from them. Okay. I'm like, why have I got this dark spot right here? Oh, when you can mix with anything, Marika. It's just a matter of choice. I mean, everybody has their own choices, you know. Um for instance, I could have like added just a regular crystal of some type in here as opposed to putting in the other carnelian and the other aventurine. I just this stone here that I'm going to use right here, the donut, is glass. It's India glass, if I remember what Randy said. So it's India glass, so that is going to work just fine in here. And we're going to hook this onto here. It's going to go in the bell with the last length here. So we can hook this to the rings right now, or I can set it aside. And I may just set it aside and then we'll hook it all at once. But we're going to go now. Our green one is our next one that is the next length. So we will actually, I am going to need some more carnelians out because we don't have but one here for this one. So there's the, actually I'm going to compare their lengths right now. Oops, don't knock the dragonfly off. See how much longer this is, though. We need at least to, well, you can't even see where my finger's at here because it's off camera. So we need at least probably this much more. I only want an inch or two of extra so that it's not hanging down. They're not hanging way far apart. I want them relatively close. So we probably need at least, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 turns of the aventurine. So we'll get some of the aventurine beads out now. And we'll start working this strand up. Now, I actually had considered just doing some of this off camera, and I probably should have, because then we would have had less, you know, we would have had more time to get things done, but I didn't. So, you know what they say about best laid plans, all that kind of stuff. Let's see, we're doing 5. Oh, come on, you last little one. I just need one more here. And this next one is the garnet one here in this spot. So I need to find us a relatively fat garnet here, or I need to put 2 smaller ones in. Let's see, where's your hole? Go down. I think just the one will be fine with this one. Though its hole is a wee bit weird, but I think it's all right. Yeah, maybe we'll put another tiny one beside it to maybe fill in that spot where it's going sort of wonky there. So let's see if that'll, oh yeah, that's better because it sort of both turns to the opposite directions. So that's true. And I use spacers a lot. And I like to stack them too, like I've got done here. So that helps a lot with the pricing because even though your spacers, some spacers are more expensive than others. Like for instance, these bigger ones are 4 cents each, whereas the little ones are just a penny each. So you have to take into account that too. But let's face it, my carnelians here are, these ones I added are 10 cents a piece. So everything adds up after a while, unfortunately. And granted, we do this because we love it, but in order to keep loving it and doing it, we have to make a little money to counteract the cost of those things. So, though quite frankly, I never make any money. You know why? Because I always spend it. Everything I make goes back into making again. So, I don't think I've ever made a profit. I mean, it looks like a profit on paper sometimes, but then when you get to getting your new thing, you add your more beads and stuff, that profit just disappears as fast as it showed up. So, and I'm notorious for spending. I'm way addicted to my beads. I mean, it's like, but at least this drug of choice isn't going to kill me like some others would. So there we go. Bye, Heather. It's good having you here. Ooh, it's almost time to be done for the day. Our hour's just about up. So I don't think we're going to get this finished today after all. I thought we would, but I don't think we will. I may put my bead stopper back on here. I may put this, since we are close to the hour, I'm thinking what I'm going to do is take And I'll put this strand onto the rings here, and then I'll hook our dragonfly up, and I'll go that far today. And then I'm going to I'm going to finish stringing the beads off camera, but I won't put it together until Friday, and we'll put it together Friday. That way, you know, you can see me put everything together, but at the same time, you're not going to have to sit here forever. So I'm going to get some, what do I do with my crib tubes? There they are. Gonna put these on the ring, and then we'll put the dragonfly on. And I think we may call it a day as far as that's concerned. And then I will work up the rest of the strands off camera, but then I won't put them on the ring and stuff until Friday. We'll put them on the ring on Friday, and so that I'm just going to put this one on right now, and then we can see me put the rest together on Friday. Like I said, we're just stringing beads right now, so I don't think there's a need for me to do it on camera. So I'm going to just make my loops on my sides here. And we're going to just bring this baby up here. So we're just going to make a small wire loop up here. Now, you can hook these right to your ring with these, and I could do that right now, or I can do it with jump rings. And you know what? I think I am going to put it on the ring. I was going to do it with jump rings, but then I thought, you know, why? If you were wanting to change something like like your clasp, then put them on jump rings, because let's face it, once you have this done at your clasp, you're done. I mean, you can't put any more. You can't change anything without having to, come on, down here. There we go. Without having to change out a lot of something. You'd have to restring it if you were, like if you lost your clasp and you had it hooked straight to your clasp, or if somebody didn't like that kind of clasp and they wanted to buy it, but they didn't like that clasp, you would have to restring it to put the clasp on. We're not going to, we're not likely to change it here at the ring, so I'm going to attach it straight to the ring. Come on, let me get it in there turned. There we go. So there's this side attached. Now I'm going to roll these beads up as much as I can get them to go onto the extra thread line here. And it looks like they all went, so that's good. Now we'll just roll this over to the other side. Now we're here. So take this off, get the ring. Now on this side, you have to have it tight right off the bat. You can't just go back and forth with it like I did this one, the other side. And it doesn't look like it wants to go through my tiny spacer. I may have to change the spacer here. Nope, there we go. There we go. So I'm going to pull it up. So I've got it about right here. Bring these down because they're way up here, obviously. Bring her down again. And we'll keep pushing it back down and pulling the wire until we get the loop the size we want it to be without a lot of excess here. So let's compare it to how I got the other side done. And it looks like it's still a little too big, so we're going to we're going to pull it up a little bit more still. Now it's probably too small, but nope, it's about perfect because I think I've got it right where, yeah, that's where I want it. So we're going to get in here and we're going to push our beads down just a little bit with our thumbnail because your crimper needs a little bit of room to work in here because it has to go into that divot. So then we do our first and turn it and keep. There we go. And then we'll cut this off right here. Being careful not to get both wires because then you'd be screwed. You'd have cut it loose. So there we go. Our first strand is hooked on our rings. Now we're going to get a jump ring and we're going to hook. Now I have put a Tinky Tot 4mm jump ring onto our 6mm here so that when we turn it or when we put our next jump ring in, it's the proper size. Oh, bye, Jessie. The profit disappears, but the beads add joy to your life. They sure do, don't they? I love my beads. I love them too much sometimes because I have more than I need for sure. And I keep buying more because, hey, you know, I have to have them. That's just a fact of life. So now we'll hook our dragonfly on down here at the bottom. So I've got that little tiny jump ring there. So I'm dropping this down so that it drops down below so I can see it easier. I'm going to hook into it and then into our bail. And then we'll close her up. So now our dragonfly is hanging off down here. And the dragonfly is what's holding our pendant. Now, as you can see, it's going to drop to the back somewhat when it's not worn. But let's face it, when it's worn, it's going to hit your chest and it won't drag backwards anymore because your chest itself is going to keep it from doing so. So there is our first strand on. And when we get the other two strands on, they're going to go inside here. So then the green will be the next one up. And I don't want it any further away than there, I don't think. Because once you pull it sideways, they go further apart. So you want to get it relatively close, I'm thinking. So maybe like so. So I need to string the rest of that up that way. And then, of course, our last one will then come in and be here. So it will look like that. Isn't that going to be pretty? Thank you, Brandy. I'm glad that you like the pendant. I made it by you putting a using E6000 to glue this dragonfly onto a India glass donut. So anyway, we'll get to that point. I'm going to, like I said, I will finish stringing the beads, but I won't hook anything together off camera. And that way, when we come back Friday, we'll finish it up. I was hoping to get it finished today, but obviously we did not manage to do that. But I think we will. Friday when we come back, I will hook it onto our rings and I'll hook the chain on and I'll put the clasp on. And with a little luck, we'll have time to do something else as well. If only to look at my order from Sam's and so check it out, guys. See what I got from Sam's. Now they called it green moonstone in this instance. They've called it angelite. They've called it green Larimar. Look at those. Aren't those gorgeous? 20 millimeter coins. So pretty. You know, you'd think it was man-made if they didn't tell you that it was actually a regular stone. But I think it's gorgeous. But anyway, we are at an hour and 10 minutes, so I'm probably going to go. Though I am just going to sit here and bead these other strands up. So I suppose if you guys want to stick around, we can do that too. Anybody who wants to stick around can sit and with me, I guess, to finish beating the strands up. I'm not going to put them together until Friday, but I am going to get the bead strands finished beading. So I know that's not the most exciting thing in the world. So if you guys are wanting to go ahead. And if you want to stick around, I can do that. But it's going to go about like so. Let's see, that's not right at the, so we need about 2 or 3 more turns up on the green. So I'm going to get working on the green. And like I say, if you guys want to stick around, I'll leave it on. But if nobody wants to stick around, then I'll just turn it off. So up to you guys what you want to do. I know that obviously we've lost a few folks that had to go to various meetings and stuff. Jessie just said she had to go to PT, physical therapy, and I know that a few others. Heather just left because she had to get ready for something this afternoon. So I understand if folks want to leave. I don't have a problem with that. Like I said, we are over our hours. So, but then, hey, what else is new, right? How many times do you come to one of my shows and we are done in an hour? No, we don't think that ever happens. I don't like the way that one's done. Where's your hole? I don't like that one either. It's better. But definitely need 2 for this one because it's small. There we go. Deborah has to go. That's fine. Go ahead. So, like I said, I'm just going to keep beating this. And if everybody leaves, I'll just turn the camera off. If you want to stick around, that's great too. I have no problem either way we go around it, about it. I'm, like I said, I just want to get the bead strands finished. You know what I'm doing because I've already showed you entirely. The green one is, of course, 5 green aventurines, the spacers, and every other one a carnelian and the garnets. And on the carnelian strand, which we haven't started at all today, it is 5 small carnelians, garnet or a green aventurine in the middle, so that they sort of mimic each other, but they're not the same. So that's what we're doing. And if you want to stick around, that's great. If you don't, then I will see you Friday when we finish it up, which will just simply be hooking it to the ring and then putting the chain on the back and the clasp. So hopefully we'll definitely get done on Friday. I'm fairly positive. Don't see any reason why we won't get done on Friday if I'm going to sit and bead the rest of this up, obviously. So, and I know that just sitting watching me string these is probably sort of boring. So go for it if you need to go. Hey, Gloria. So I got at least two people that are going to stick with me, it looks like, huh? Oops. I only needed one more on this row. So I think we may only need just one more turn here. Let's see what we're looking like when we get to that point. Oh, come here, baby. Let's go. Guess that one doesn't want to be the one on it. There we go. Those are the ones I didn't like. These are a little small. Let's see what we got here that we can. Come here, garnet chips. Where are you? Where are you? Nope. Where's the end? Oh, where did your end go to? Oh, is that it way over there? Yep. Okay. And now it's going to sit and come and pester me, even though it didn't a minute ago. Where's your hole? That's a pretty good sized one. I don't think I'll put on another one with it. Though I am going to need some more line here pretty soon. Especially if I need to make one more turn, but I'm not sure I will. Let's see. Ta-ta. One more may make it too long. I don't want it too long, so, but I don't want it too short either. So if we go up here with this one, You need to measure them to see where we're sitting at, because I think I want the next one to be like about an inch, maybe inch and a half shorter than the one below it. So we might want to measure to see how long we are, to see if I need to make, how many more turns I want to make on the green. So let's measure this baby. Oh, that's a good idea, Gloria, to wear them all, to make them so that you can wear them separately. I did have a necklace I made like that so that you could wear separately, and or you could wear it together, and it turned out pretty cool. I think this is going to be about 18 because that clasp is, of course, in the middle. So yeah, this is 18. So we want this next one to be 16 and a half to 17. So let's see what we've got it at right now. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's 2 inches. One of these turns, though, is over an inch. So debate time. Do we want to just put a few extra green beads up here, the adventurine, and to make it be, but because I think putting a full turn in is going to be too much. So I may just put, except for I couldn't get 2 strands of wire through these, if I remember right. No, I can't. So I'll have to give it some serious thought here, what we're going to do. What I am going to do for sure is get the wire out a little more, and we're going to cut it. I'm going to give myself some extra in case I decide I need it. And we're going to go over to this side, because if you'll notice, I've got this side over here is just done up with, it's not got this, the spacers are not properly put in here. So we'll get a couple of the garnet here, because the other one here is the spacer here, and we'll put the spacers on. And I'm going to see at this point, come on you guys, down there. We'll again measure this right here, see what we're at. And I'm not going to measure it with the 2 little green adventurines up here, because I'm going to take those off possibly. So we're at 16. The other one was 18. That's 2 inches less. I don't really want it 2 inches less, but let's see how it's looking. Okay, you go up here so I can put this one right here. Bing. Now if our bead strand hooks right here, and then over here, we're going to be, yeah, that's way up higher than I want it, because I want it to be closer than that. So we may be able to put a full turn on this other side here. So I'm gonna do a full turn on this side, and we'll then see how close it is that way. But I need a few more of my green aventurines. So other end. There we are. So I need 3 more, I think. Yes. So we put the 3 aventurines on, and then I will put our end here. This one gets the carnelian. And I've got it too tight over here now. I need to move my beads around some so that I've got some space over here. But we may be just about perfect right now. We'll see here. Over. And of course, since I'm not going to hook them to the ring today, we're going to wait till tomorrow to do that. Now see, it looks like it's bumping right into it now. But if I were to pick it up and put it about where it should be with the wires and stuff here hooked up, it isn't. It's pretty close, but it's not overly close. I think it'll be all right here. I think we're going to stop with this one. It's going to sit to the side now. And we're going to start working on the orange one. We'll keep this nearby because now we want this one to be, the orange one to be about 1 inch smaller than this one. Now, if you don't want them really, really close to each other, which is sort of what I want them to be relatively close. See, now this one is now 16, almost 17 inches. That one was about 18, so we're about an inch away from each other. So now we're going to put together the orange one, which we don't need this carnelian anymore, but we do need some more of these. Let's see. Why are you, Chris is, yeah, that's a good question. Why are you stuck in the hotel room, Chris? Oh, your boyfriend's job is out of town. Okay. Am I in the Bargain Bead Box Facebook group? Yes, I am. I don't always post my stuff there, but I am there. In fact, I won one of the $50 prizes once, which was really cool. But obviously not a normal thing, but I am in the group, yes. You come here. Don't need you out. Now, we don't need our little green adventurines anymore because we don't put any of these little ones in here. Uh-oh, are you going to fall off the end here? Have I got you right at the end? Yep. Good thing they have a small hole or it would have been coming off. So I'm going to put another knot here in this because we're done with these. And we can put them aside and get them out of our way. We do need some of these still because they're, of course, our spacers in between, just like they were in the green ones. And then we're going to, of course, use the green adventurines for our middle section here. So now, looks like we are at the garnets here. So we'll put a couple of garnets on here, or one good-sized one if we find a good-sized one in here. They just like to run away. They're well polished, so they're slippery. There we go. I think the one is fine because I found a pretty good sized one. Now we need to get some of our carnelians off the strand. Well, to be truthful with you guys, I don't do a lot of triple strands myself. I do every once in a while, obviously, and there goes one of my carnelians on the floor. But I don't do them very often. For one thing, when they're laying down like this, when they're up next to each other, they almost look like they're hitting each other. Generally, that's not the case when you keep them at least an inch apart when you're wearing them, because of course they spread apart when they come around your neck and come down. They are not hitting right at that same spot as they are when you're uh-oh, have I got another one of those with gunk in it? Looks like maybe so. There we go. So, but yeah, I usually only make single strand necklaces, but every once in a while I get into like these strands when they came from Randy. I just put them down beside each other and I went, ooh, look at those. Those go really, really well together. So that's when I decided to. That's when I decide to make a 3-strand or a 2-strand, even when I stick something beside it itself, and I go, oh, well, that just works, But of course, when you do that, your single strand necklace becomes a 2-strand or 3-strand. It becomes a lot more expensive because let's face it, you've got to figure out that pricing. So this one needs another one with it. Let's twist these around so that they sit side by side like this. And that's one thing about chips. Sometimes you need to roll them a little bit so they'll sit evenly with each other instead of just bumping up different. And oh, I don't really care for that. Even though they did match down to each other pretty good, I still don't like the way it's sitting there. Maybe if no. Come on, where's your hole at? How do you guys sit beside each other? Better. I don't like the bottom one. It's the biggest problem. How about you? Where's your hole? Ah, don't like that. Oh, that's a good sized one. We'll go with that one. So what lengths are my strands, Rose? This one is 18. The long one with the garnets is 18. And then this one, I think, was 16 and a half, somewhere in there. We'll measure them again in a minute. And this one is going to be 15 or 15 and a half. Now, when you're measuring your neck lengths on these, you have to measure your middle one, not your bigger one, because this is the one that's going to hit you. It's not going to be that one. So I want them about an inch apart because I don't want them to have too big of a spread when you're wearing them. I want them to be pretty close to each other. That one's too small. So let's put a bead stopper here. And I'm not sure how long I have this one yet, so let's go ahead and test it. Flip the roller over. So it's about 13, it looks like right now. So we probably need about 2 more inches. This one, I'm just going to measure it to the middle here. You see 16 and about 17 inches. 16 and a half, 8 and a half, it's about 17 inches. And then the one on the rings already, the garnets, are, see, they're 18. So when I put these on, this green one onto the rings tomorrow, it's almost probably going to look, or Friday I should say, it's probably going to look like it's banging into this one. But see, it's right there. Oops, twisted. But when it pulls up, when it pulls up when you're wearing it, it's going to pull apart a little bit. So it's going to look really, really close right now. But when you pick it up, and of course you can't see it, but it instantly starts to spread just a little bit, and the bigger circled, see how it pulls quite a bit, but when you bring in it, it's going to be about right here when it's on your neck though, so I think it'll be fine. So we want probably about another inch in our carnelian one. So we'll do another turn at least on here. Let me give myself a little more wire. Oops, the little tiny one slid down, and it's not even going to, I'm going to take it off probably because I haven't got a stone in this side yet. So I'm thinking we want one more turn, and then we'll put a stone on this, cut it, put a stone on that side, and we might be finished with our strands here. So let's see how we go. But if you're wanting multiple strands, you probably want about an inch between your strands. And that's probably about all you want, is about an inch between your strands. Because if you want them close, if you don't want them that close, you know, the more room you put between, of course, you're going to get more I don't like the way that one hangs. I'm going to leave this one as a single. It's fine. When you have them further the more room you have between your strands, the more, you know, the more length, the more room you're going to have between your strands when you're wearing them. So that is one thing. That's what you got to think about right there. If you're not wanting it to be really close, then you do want that. You do want that less. No, see, this one does need more. See, she's way far away from the end here. So I probably want one more turn. At least one more turn. So we'll put the one more turn in here, and then we'll measure it. I love that when that works. It doesn't always work, but pull them off by your fingers like that. Just pull them straight up. It sometimes works nicely when you're putting things in place. Ooh, come here, you go over here. So now, when I put these two strands side by side, we have come down here. And we actually may end up being more than I want on this side of space. I do need to cut this off, and I'm going to put one of the adventurings in over here because there isn't one here. Cut this right here. There. Pull this little spacer off here, put a green aventurine in. Bigger spacer. Spacer back on. I think this is a little bit over an inch of difference here, but I think we're going to be close enough. So let's measure this baby. I'm going to bring it together to measure it so I can see exactly what length it is. It's around, come on, all the way up to the top. So it's at 8.5, meaning it's 17. And this one is, come here, you. Oh, it's going to be close to what I want it to be because it's about 14, not quite 16 inches. So it's going to be close to what I want it to be. So it's going to go in like so. And then this one is going to be on the outside. And then our garnet one is going to be right here. And if we decide that one of these is too close, like the aventurine one, we can always, since we're not going to clip it together till Friday, when we clip it together, we can decide, do we have too much? Do we need to take some out? Then we can do it then. But so there's what it's going to look like when we got it all done. So, of course, these will probably pull up just a little bit. I'm a little concerned that my green aventurine still might be a little longer than I want it. But like I say, if it is, we can always shorten it when we go to hook it onto the rings on Friday. But I think we're good like that. Then I'm going to put on the other end of the chain. I've got this brass Rollo chain, bronze Rollo chain that I think, since I don't think one strand is going to make me happy as far as thickness is concerned, we're probably going to use double chain up the back. So that's the plan. So we will put all this stuff back in the bag that I had it in and keep it for Friday to finish putting it together, because we are almost at an hour and we're at an hour and 45 right now. So so let's turn up here. And I'll sort of show you what I mean by how they pull apart when you let's see if I just twisted them all together when I flipped them in the bag. So here's the one with the rings already attached. Now we're gonna, the green one, go, come here you. And it would hook, it's gonna hook right here. I've got to twist it over here. Anyway, see how it's close, but it actually might be too close. I may end up having to take some off, because even when it pulls, it's not that far apart, unfortunately. So we will make that decision on Friday. I just dropped it, the ring on this side. But see, it's not the inch I would like it to be as far as length apart. So come here, you. So what I may end up doing, so that to shorten it just a little bit, is to go to these last two strands here and take out a bead each to make it be 4 instead of 5 there, and that will of course shorten it up some, because once we get see, it's gonna sit, and I got this twisted, like I said. See, it's coming apart a little bit, but not an atrocious lot there. And see if I can sit this right here. Okay. So see, it wants to sit inside there. So I think we probably are going to have to pull a few beads off of the green strand, because it does seem to be a little closer than I want it to be. And then of course we have lastly we have our orange strand in here, and see, it's quite a bit up further. So I think we are going to have to pull the green one in some, but there. But that's pretty much what it's going to look like when it's finished. Like I said, I think we're going to have to pull a little bit of the green out. I think one strand off would be too much, so I'll probably only pull, well, we'll see. When we start putting it together, we'll see what we decide we have to do, because that's when it's going to start showing, is when you start putting your strands together. So I'm going to put these all away, and we will finish this up Friday morning. It's been good having you all here. I noticed that half of us have left, and I can certainly understand doing that. you got things to do, and we all have things to do when it comes right down to brass tacks. So I think that we're gonna call it a day, and I will see you all Friday. Now tomorrow, for those of you who are not members, my unboxing of Bargain Bead Box will be up. The members have probably already seen it, because I always do a members first and let them see whatever I've done first. I have not decided what I'm going to do for Thursday. I may do an unboxing of the Sam's stuff and make something with some of those things. We'll see what I decide to do. It's been good having you all here with me today, and I hope to see you all on Friday to finish this up, and we'll see you all then. No, 15 is not comfortable around your neck. 16 isn't comfortable around my neck. I feel like I'm choking to death. Hey, Rebecca, we're just about done for the day here. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Yeah, wait till I start pricing it out. Yeah, that's very true. So anyway, I will see you Friday on our live on Friday. And if you're not members, but you want to see what we've been up to, I have got the Bargain Bead Box April Showers unboxing up for tomorrow for the non-members. The members have already got access to it. I haven't decided what I'm going to record for Thursday, but we are going to record something, and then we will get all these wonderful fun things. I will finish this up Friday, so I think it's going to turn out really nicely. I do believe I'm probably going to have to pull up the green strand some, whether I take some of a full turn off or I just or if I just take a few beads off, we'll see what we have to do. But I do believe we are going to have to take some off. You want at least an inch to an inch and a half between strands, and I don't think I have it with the green strands. So I think we are going to have to pull it up. I'll probably see if I can go find one of my neck busts so I can sort of pin it onto it so we can get some better idea of where it's sitting. And I think that's how we're going to handle that. So we'll see you guys all on Friday for the live to finish this up. So we're going to go now, and I'm going to say bye. This has been Rose from In Rose's Garden, and again, we'll see you live on Friday. Bye-bye.